This is Heston Cleveland
and Ricardo Love.
And this is the Indy Hookup.
The Indy Hookup.
Hook me up, baby.
We got the hookup for you. For show now. The hookup on playlist. The hookup on radio. The hookup on internet radio. The hookup on interview. The hookup on college radio. The hookup on information you need. The Indy
Hookup.
And welcome to our very special Indy Hookup. What's up, Hess?
Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
It's that time again, family.
It's that time.
It's that time.
Mm-hmm.
Over 20 times a week.
20 times a week.
12 different radio stations.
12 stations.
I'm not going to name them all.
That's a lot.
We're on YouTube, iHeart, Deezer, Amazon Music.
Yep.
And I might as well name them all. Rhythm Rave Radio.
Rhythm Rave Radio.
My Indie Radio.
My Indie Radio.
KYBN Radio.
KYBN Radio.
Lava Lounge Radio.
Lava Lounge.
Music Log Radio.
Music Log Radio.
World Music Radio.
World Music Radio.
Trap Radio DJs. Mix Mafia Radio.
Mix Mafia Radio.
The Clayton Gordon Radio Network.
Show. That's a
if
lot.
I left one off,
that's a lot.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot.
Because I'm going off the top of my head, which is not much left.
No, sir. No, sir.
But check this out, man. We support all genres.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're going to do a little different.
Something different.
We're going to get this spoken word out.
Spoken word.
You know, poetry with music backing.
Yes.
So, Ricardo, that's your specialty.
Oh, of course it is.
I'm going to step back and let you do it. We build.
All right, let's get this special Indie Hookup underway. This show right here is going to be about spoken word, poetry. Mainly over music, there's a couple a cappella. I played guitar behind poets in coffee houses and different community centers or whatever, wherever they had poetry spots for decades. Even before the movie Love Jones, I was doing it. I love this genre. I wish it got more radio play, and I think they didn't give it a lot of radio play because they was telling too much truth. There was too much realness, you know what I'm saying? So on the Indie Hookup, we're gonna give it a voice to be heard. We're gonna call this the Indie Hookup Lounge. Here we go.
The Indie
Hookup.
Up first, Talam AC, Pride.
Maybe having too much pride is bad, but you should at least have some. And it can't be healthy to look at oneself in the mirror and not recognize your own image. There's got to be limits to compromise, and ain't nothing wise about worship and mammon. I'd rather risk poverty and famine than not know that the ground on which I'm standing is clear. And God and fear can't occupy the same space, and the thorough don't compromise their principles for fame's sake. This game is played about more than the checks you collect, cause no matter how much you get, you're still gonna have to subtract any loss of self-respect. And me ain't just me, I'm the self I always was. And whatever being my real self does is all I need to have. The overexposed divide more than they add, and the ones who roast the most tend to net nothing but laughs. Walking paths, mud and fire and brimstone, hired by snakes that take more than their fair share. There ain't no one in VIP who could re-bestow your soul. Ain't no head, ain't no blow, ain't no coming to blows that can help you get it back once you decide to relinquish your control. How you gonna depend on the heartless to be open-hearted? If he destroys lives for a living, he ain't giving you nothing but a hard way to go. You better move like you know. This world ain't got no special sympathy for fools, and the price of being an idiot is becoming the next man's tool. You living in diamond and platinum times. You think trying to stay in line with your golden rule There's only responsibilities and resources and inner peace and outside forces and 3 eyes and inside voices, and the choices you make determine whether you're living in heaven or hell. And the definition of a sellout is somebody who ain't figured out what not to sell. See, you can't live off pride alone, but being dehumanized ain't living. And the demoralized are unforgiven. It's better to be broke with some options than some sadistic rich person's victim. And long before them boys said stick 'em, everybody been trying to live fat, but they want to rock diamonds in the club sipping ace of spades. But when you strong-hearted, you ain't got to worry about that. Have some pride. Have some pride. Have some pride. Self-respect. Have some pride. Inner peace. Choices you make determine whether you're living in heaven or hell. Have some pride. Have some pride.
The Indy Hookup.
This is Tamara Blue with Riddle.
She sold her soul by the seashore.
Radio.
She also sold her last stitch of dignity to satisfy the so-called addiction she had to this narcotic that was planted into our community by government and city officials. We should have blown the whistle, but she couldn't hear the whistle because she was deaf, dumb, and blind like 85% of mankind. Just ask the poor righteous teachers. Or maybe we should ask Peter. Cause Peter packed the pipe and then passed it to her. And if Peter packed the pipe, then Peter must have been the pusher. Man, this is just a riddle, man. But how much crack could a crackhead crack if a crackhead could crack crack? None. And she's a smoker, not a cracker. Yes, a sometimes crack whore who sucks glass filled with pipe dreams. Seems she got stuck in New Jack City smoking Primos with Pookie. Chose not to climb the hill with Jill and Jack, cause he's nimble and quick, serving that shit that got her sick by the seashore, selling her soul by the seashore, standing in sand that's sinking quickly. Seems we lost another soldier in this drug war, cause all the king's horses and all the king's men, they couldn't put her soul back together again. Her fall was great, greater than Humpty Hump and Humpty Dumpty. She fell like splat, flat on her back, pimped by some cat named Jack, all for some magic beans. You see, crack is a giant government stock planted sometime in the 80s, after Vietnam but before ADHD, and she still births babies, lost in this drug war that she wasn't fighting or surviving, in this riddle that stopped rhyming or making sense soon after that first hit, in a world that stopped listening and stopped caring. They only wanted to know, how much crack could a crackhead crack if a crackhead could crack crack? My guess, the world may never know.
The Indy Hookup.
This is Cory the Poet. I do it for you.
Sometimes a man just has to tell you how he feels. Yeah. Just say my name.
It's Cory, baby.
Listen.
I love to hear you say yes, yes.
Yes.
Massage and sex away your stress.
Yes.
When you tell me, baby, I'm the best thing that you ever had.
I love you, baby.
It's all for you. Everything that I do it. I do it for you. I do it for you.
Everything that I
do it for you.
You know I do it for you. The best thing that you ever told me was that you loved me. Then you showed me. So honey, anything that you want, sweetheart, is fine. See, I know that if your heart is mine, then your body will follow. So I'ma love you more today, as if there's no more tomorrows. See, honey, I must admit that after falling in love with you, it's like my previous relationships just didn't exist. See, you're my one and only, no frontin'. I'll swim through a shark-infested ocean just for the notion that you might want something.
I love to hear you say yes, yes. When I massage and sex away your stress.
Yes.
When you tell me, baby, I'm the best thing that you ever had.
I love you, baby.
It's all for you. Everything that I do it. For you.
It's for you.
I do it for you. I do it for you.
When our worlds collide, I pray that you can stay the night. So whatever is wrong in your life, I promise I'll make it right. I'll do it for you. See, I'll protect you from whatever I can. Clark Kent's the hint, but I'm your Superman. See, I'll work and provide for you, respect and ride for you, live and die for you, and stand by your side for you. So let me hold you, spoil you, and be loyal. Sequester your special mood, make love until you can't move.
I love to hear you say yes, yes. When I massage and sex away your stress.
Yes.
When you tell me, baby, I'm the best thing that you ever had.
I love you, baby.
It's all for you. Everything that I do it. I do it for you.
Just call my name.
It's Cory, baby, and I do it.
I do it.
I do it for you.
Everything that I do.
I do it for you.
You know that I do it for you.
The Indy Hookup.
Up next, D-Poet with Sometimes.
Sometimes, without touching, I feel you. And sometimes, though you're far away, I see you and marvel at your beauty.
You're so beautiful.
Sometimes through whispers and screams and crowds and discordant things, still I hear you. Your voice a pleasing respite from all the madness that surrounds me, that numbs me, that threatens me, that blinds me and deafens me, that tries to keep me a step away from L-O-V-E in its purest form, trying to keep me away from Y-O-U. Sometimes I want to dial your number, and I don't want nothing except to hear you say, everything's okay. Sometimes I want to tell you how much I appreciate you, and how glad I am that you are part of my life, and how when my thoughts have no particular place to go, there you are, captivating, contouring consciousness, sending me soaring to higher heights without ever leaving the ground. I know it must be love, 'cause I never felt like that before, never felt like this before. Girl, you're simply awesome and more than amazing. Sometimes I forget to say thank you. Thank you for being so sweet and kind and wonderful. Thank you for caring and sharing Thank you for understanding. And did I tell you how special you are?
Special. So special.
You're more special than birthdays and strings of pearls, wedding days and baby girls. You're so special.
Special.
Nothing in this world could ever replace you. Though sometimes I wonder, without ever wanting to know. But I do want you to know that sometimes for the umpteenth time, I want to hold you. Hold you gently in my arms. Look into your eyes and whisper, I love you. And then see that smile. The smile that leaves no doubt that with you and I, sometimes is always and forever.
The Indy Hookup.
Up next, Canara sang Kofa with You Are Regal.
From the onset, when I looked into those Jacob and D's meaning, beautiful eyes, I knew that I wouldn't be surprised if one day I asked you to be my bride. Touching your skin that's smooth like a trumpet being played by the Miles Davis, and I'm proud to have you as my lady. I've fallen so deep into your web of love, sometimes I think I'm going crazy. But baby, what I feel for you, it should be illegal. However, I gotta tell you, girl, that you are regal. You are regal, and you got a smile that would light up anyone's darkest worlds. Yo, fellas, have you ever met that type of girl that gave your heart a blast? Good peeps with a sense of class, and the feeling that she gives you forever wanted to last. And all your deepest fears away, she'll put them in the past on her radio station. The jock says, now here's the latest African love forecast, smooth and silky. Now, I ain't got much time to waste, but with you in my life, I have no sorrows, because tomorrow will be tomorrow. But today, you are regal. The day that I wrote this poem, I sat with you in the salon, watching you like a hawk, and I thought how you made my heart skip a beat from the start of our love making early this morning. So divine as we both intertwine. We took it to another level, the type of love making that makes headlines on at prime time, and it was super fine, and you gotta admit that I blew your mind. And the type of love that I give to you elsewhere you cannot find, can't be duplicated, so well polished that it never needs to be refined. Now watch what I say to you, girl, in my next line. Here I go. But I gotta tell you that you are regal. Ever since I picked up my pen and my pad and started to write, now you got a brother on stage and trying to recite. And each time that my name is called, I might get a little stage fright, but when we meet later on tonight, it'll be all worth it, because see, you are one beautiful sight, even for sore eyes. We've been brought together by the creator that's above the skies. I said it before, I'll say it again. For you, I would die. It's not a metaphor, and I got no reason to lie. Someday I hope to make you my bride. Yeah, that's right, make you my wife. This right here definitely is a piece of my finest works. My honesty I give to you. My truths can never cause you hurt, because it is you that gives birth to the we, the African man. You are the mother of the entire earth. The laughs and the humor that you bring continues to grow, and each time that you enter my domain, it feels like raindrops tapping along outside my window. I love the sexy sound of your sweet voice, and the way that you call me sweetie comes off your lips like a silver shower made to fit like a Rolls Royce. And when the heavens created you, it was a special order. The entire cosmos had to chip in. They had no other choice, because you are regal. Yeah, you are regal. Yeah, you are regal.
Up next, Inside, with what comes from a mouth of a fool.
I speak for the voices unheard. If you are knowledgeable, worldly, real deep, and somewhat sure about yourself, then you probably know more than I can tell you. If you are pissed off at your own folks and just can't find your way out of desperity for some misdirected need for cultural approbation, while in the meantime, unbeknown to you, of course, you keep looking for your freedom in all the wrong places. Ignoring your instinct would prevail what is true in a fake smile from the wrong faces. And you just can't help it. You still keep trying to fool everybody. Then I can't help you. And so, who might you ask am I? Maybe just another fool who has been lost in a crowd of humanity that has returned from the brink of insanity. And if you don't think that I stand for something, you might be right. But that doesn't mean that I'll fall for anything. But how would you know? Well, with nothing more to lose but potential conversation to gain, I will take my chance and ask if I might be able to make a couple of small suggestions. Just a couple. Breathe. Step back and try to remember. Self-acceptance isn't a bad thing. It really isn't. But it will take more than hostile force to make it believable. With loving support constantly reinforced, can make it perceivable. Replace talking at and about each other with talking to each other. So how about that? Now, if this hasn't provided you with an acceptable level of entertainment, I'm not sorry. Because it wasn't meant to. Oh, and me? Maybe I might just be a fool who has been lost in a crowd called humanity, trying to return from the brink of insanity, or maybe not. I guess I'll just continue my cause to speak for the disregarded voice of the unheard. But I wonder, how willing are you to listen?
This is Eeve with her panties.
Saw the way you looked at her. Imagined how it would feel if you were looking at me. You undressed her in your thoughts. I could see her clothes falling to the floor in the glimmer of your eye. Saw the way you smiled at her, smoothly saying hello. Slowly caressing her shoulders with the intent of subconsciously letting her know all the things you wanted to do to her. Imagined you holding me that way, smiling with those Cocoa Cafe brown eyes, your lashes long enough to stroke the back of my neck and sensual to your touch. Gentle kisses on her collarbone, seductive whispers in her ears, fingers tracing, intimately making love suggestions in public view. So I lay back and watch, as you do all the things to her to me I'd wish you'd do. See, I knew you had been in her panties, and I was envious to the fact that her panties weren't mine.
The Indy
Hookup. Up next on the mic, this is Goie the Poet with It's Okay.
Hey, how you doing? It's okay. Baby, don't cry. Come on, love. Stop crying. It's okay. You are the missing link. And in my life, always be first. Because like the moon, baby, you add luster to the universe. You're my lady. And being the romantic warrior that I am, it is my duty to provide an environment that is conducive to your growth. Reaffirming that it's okay for a man to take his woman to paradise. Paradise being any place that is pleasant, any place perfect for the union of lovers. It's okay for a man to make love to his woman on a mountaintop, overlooking a valley of obstacles and struggles they've overcome as one. It's okay.
It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. Yeah. It's alright. It's alright.
It's perfectly fine to reward your queen with flowers, poems, and candlelight as a prelude to the things you'll do to display your loyalty. Some men are willing to perform incredible feats to prove themselves. And that's okay, because I myself would swim across the Atlantic. I might perish in the process, but as long as you knew that I did it for love, it's okay with me, baby. Come on now. Dry your eyes. It's gonna be alright.
It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay with me. Yeah. It's alright.
The Indy Hookup.
This is Jique with Be Still.
Be still as I take you in. Chiseled flesh, dripping wet, you truly are a vision. You exceed my expectation every time you enter the room. Be still, let me look at you. How I love to look at you. Meet me somewhere special. Let's pretend we never met. I'll put on that dress you like, red. Lips will wait for your kiss. Let my spirit drink you in for the first time, once again. Don't you in. Be still, I can't get enough. This is the stuff dreams wish to be. You and me, woven into each other in so many ways. You make my life a delight every day. Be still, so I can see inside your soul. You are so, so beautiful. Be still, let me tell you that I love you. I love you. I will love you forever, forever, and then let me love you forever, all over again. Don't say a word, baby. No, don't say anything. Be still, just be still. Let me take you in. Take you in.
The Indy Hookup.
Up next, Genie Nash, Mission.
I must confess. I must confess. There are times when I want to care less, but the real in me continues to promote progress. There are times it's difficult for me to lay it all out in a way in which you will understand, so I simply define the state of my heart, my soul, and my mind as it is, as it does. Love hard and find a soft place to land. Doing nothing is like never getting out of bed, and although my face is 10 shades of red as I reveal my heart, my soul, and my mind, I must continue to keep time with my purpose, although at times in vain. There are times, but in time make my deposit on spiritual gain. So, what is your mission in life? Your mission.
The Indy Hookup.
This is Cassandra with Let's Hook Up.
Since you walked into my life, let's just hook up. Let's make beautiful music. Let's get mad, cause it feels so good when we make up. Let's laugh and sing and go to the park. Let's take long walks and do wild, wild things in the dark. Let's just hook up. Let's just hook up. Perhaps taking a movie or create a mood with you and me. Ooh, how that moves me. Maybe take a swing. Let's just hook up and do silly and crazy things. Let's just hold hands and sing crazy songs in the rain. And when our love come pouring down, who cares if we drown? Drown in the sea of love. Let's just hook up. Let's dance until the sun comes up. Forget about the world and all of its fuss. Let's hook up. You plus me, me plus you. Put it together, that makes us. Let's just hook up. Let's just hook up. Call it infatuation or just call it lust. Let's just hook up. Book us a trip to Love Land in a hot air balloon or an airplane. Or lose all our inhibitions on the beach in the sand. Stand out in the pouring rain. Who cares if they think we're insane? Let's tell silly jokes over barbecue smoke. Skip and laugh and laugh. Let's just hook up. Let's hook up. Sit at the fireplace and roast marshmallows. Or just be one another's wine that keeps us mellow. Forget about the world and its hang-ups. Let's just do crazy things. Let's just hook up. Tell poetry rhymes. Who cares if we miss our lines? Let's just hook up. Let's cook up love that this world hasn't heard of. Let's play hooky from work today, or just lay and play and play. It's okay if time slips away. Let's just hook up. Make a pot of gumbo, jambalaya, eat fries and ketchup. As we catch up, let's just hook up. Let's just hook up. Let's hook up. Let's just hook up.
This is Love Takes Time by Ricardo Love. From first glance to first conversation, from first kiss to first time making love, from being in love to the journey of our relationship. Love takes time. I thought that becoming the man I dreamed myself to be, that you would love me more, but you love me in spite of myself. You loved me when I didn't love myself. Interjected new life into a dream deferred. Helped me believe in possibility again, lifting my spirits. Wife, lover, friend. Love takes time. This is Tasha set, featuring Shy But Fly and Twin.
It might not be such a bad idea if I never went home. When you run out of your that's some serious pain. From cigarettes, alcohol, to even the dope we put in our veins. Withdrawal, muscle cramps, and nauseated all the time. Broke, can't eat, and done spent your last dime. You for a cheap thrill. Don't have the nerve to tell the loved ones the real deal. All out, no doubt, yo, soul shout. Faith walks out. You gotta end this, but maybe, just maybe, you'll try again tomorrow. Just don't go home. Don't go home.
You keep saying, kick it with it.
I don't know about you, but I'm an addict. You say that kush enhances your mental capabilities? Oh, I agree. But mainly, paranoid, daydream, horny and hungry actually. The reason I got to be blowed at all times, like it's my natural state of mind. I'm doing the same thing I was doing Sunday, but I'm acting like I'm on a busy schedule. Come on now, you know, cause it's in the middle of the week, and I needs my medicine, so I'm scraping up every penny, even selling my own personal DVD movies. I hate the porn where they stop right in the middle of sex to give each other direction. I ain't paying for that shit. Anyway, you got a cigarette for $1 on credit? Jaws moving like a skeleton that laughs. Humor's but too amped for a nap or a bath or appetite. Tweaking off that crack, possessed by that snap, crackling pop sound on the pipe. Needs my Brillo pad. Beam me up, Scotty, moving fast. Dope man, with a cavi. On one for weeks, no sleep, and coming right back. Living with crazy Mr. Daniels, first name Jack. Oh, what domestic issues we have. Impaired speech, violent streaks, and vomit in my lap. Turns into a party with Newports, preferably the whole pack. That's when it feels like I'm free. You know, like oxygen in my lungs instead of cancer in my hands. Need one after every meal when I'm on the toilet after having sex or doing nothing to make time pass. Like hours of leaning without falling high off that heroin smack. No more veins in my arms, but plenty of tracks that lead to alternatives like needles in my calves, unsanitary setup kits, and life-threatening contaminated back alley blood transfusions. What do I care? I'm jonesing, addicted to any and everything that numbs my brain down to my subconscious. I'm a compulsive liar in denial. I need help. It's hot as hell in this kitchen, and I'm a danger to myself for still being in it. It's like I'm alive but can still see the dead and shit. Like the sixth sense. Like I don't even know when I'm sweating and shit. I don't even know when I'm shaking. I'm bound in mental chains as a slave to my own addictions.
Indigo would say my name.
When the sun has said goodnight and the room is now lit by candlelight, say my name. Say my name as you pour chilled wine and find all the places where my womanly treasures are hidden. X marks no spot, you're on your own, and it's a known fact that you're a natural born class act. Just thought I'd mention that. Say my name. Say my name, baby. Ooh. Say my name. Say it. Say my name loud, then soft. Talk to me, sensuously, and say my name in a whisper that echoes in my ear. Say my name, baby. Say it. Ooh, say it. Say my name. When you say my name, I go way back to the first time. Sounded better than a poet's rhyme. Say it when you're standing or supine. Say it when your soft brown thick lips touch mine. Say my name when asked, And when I don't, then say it again. Give me like butter, all soft, creamy, and smooth. Let my name drip from the very tip of your tongue. Allow my name to creep into your mind and keep you occupied when I'm away. Say my name. Say my name, baby. Say it. Say my name. There's a reason I need to hear it from you. And you'll soon find out, 'cause we're about to get there. The fireplace is a waste, you've got me hotter than it could ever be. See, all I need is for you to say my name. Say my name, baby. You know I know what it is. There's just something about the way you say it. Say my name with all that brown-eyed admiration you talk about. We're a romance novel in the making. I'll be feeling all delicious when you say my name. Say my name. Say it, baby. Say it. Ooh, say my name, baby. Say it. And listen while I say yours. And listen while I say yours. Delicious when you say my name. Say my name.
This is Clayton Jennings with Dear Anxiety.
I wake up, puddle of sweat. I have nightmares and I get back into bed. It's like these voices just keep playing on repeat in the back of my head, and I can't get them to leave me alone. 30 years old, but still hates being alone when I'm home, because that's when the voices get the loudest. Opening up like this is a moment far from my proudest, but these demons keep pressing me, I swear they're the foulest. But I've grown comfortable with their presence, my conscience is calloused. My dreams are their playground, my thoughts are their palace. I try to evict them, they return with more. Anxiety isn't an item you can return at the store. I was 10 the first time I had a panic attack. Like a punch to the stomach, there's no planning for that. And I didn't tell anyone because I was too scared about what they'd say. And I know deep down there was nothing they could do to take it away. It was my fight to fight and my battle to face. I remember that house I grew up in and how those demons would rattle that place. I'd lay awake at night just staring at the ceiling. I've spent my whole life trying to run from that feeling of being lonely, that feeling of being lost, that feeling of being sick when the lights turn off, that feeling of being depressed, that feeling of being anxious, that feeling of screaming to God, begging him to take this, only to get silence in return. I'd lay in that bed crying and I'd toss and I'd turn, and I turn and I toss to this day. The doctors gave me medication, the pastor said pray. I tried both and this anxiety still hasn't gone away. So forgive me if I fantasize about being gone today. I'm an actor who got really good at being on today, but when I turn off, I go right back into the shadows. I'm in the deep end now, but I started in the shallows, and I might just drown myself in these waves. Suburban hell, these homes are all graves. Everyone's coping with something but won't admit it, they're all too afraid. And these kids are glued to watching me, what do I say? If I'm honest with them, maybe they won't think highly of me. Everything they want me to be is what I'm dying to be, but everything I really am is what I'm not trying to be. I want them to know that they're not alone in their struggles. I wake up in tears and fall back asleep in those puddles, and I don't think I'll ever get out of this valley I'm in. Terrified that all along God has tallied my sins, and if he has, the number must be astronomical. My life is a joke and you keep reading just past the comic, because everything you think that I am is far from the truth. I wish I could open up to you and just let loose, but my vocal cords get tight when the devil pulls on this noose, and then I'm back to keeping everything bottled up inside. But he's not gonna keep me from pulling the throttle back this time. He's not gonna keep me trapped like this. I can't get out of bed, I was never made to act like this. I'm packing up my bags and he can't stop me from running fast like this. I'm not gonna be a slave to these voices of anxiety. I'm shoving the devil back for every time that he lied to me, and I'm taking a belt to these demons who whisper despair in my ear, and I'm ignoring every naysayer who stands and stares when I'm near. I'm moving forward out of this slump. I took my bruises, I took my lumps. I fell down, but I got right back back up. So give me a torch and let's light that up. I'm setting fire to the devil and I'm dousing these demons in gasoline. Look at you now. Now you're not laughing at me. Now who's the one who's being tortured and punked? Now who's the one closing every door that I want? Now who's the one watching the other burn to the ground? Don't look away from me. You better turn back around. I'm not done talking to you now. I'm watching your moves. I'm on your back and I'm stalking you too. And when you try to ruin some other kid's life, I'll be stopping you too. You took 30 years of my life and I can't get that back. You told me to end my life and I nearly got killed for that. You took me down but I bounced right back. I was lost then and I got found like that. And everything you told me I wasn't, someone new told me I was. And everything you hated in me, someone new told me he loves. And when you tried to kill me with depression and anxiety, he reached in and placed hope deep inside of me. So I'm done listening to you and letting you control me. I'm announcing it now that the devil can't hold me. I'm walking away from the old me, and I'm demanding a refund on every lie that you sold me. You knew I'd find a way out sooner or later, and I found my escape in the form of a savior.
Clayton. We're here to help. Are you sure you don't want to share?
I'm good. Thank you.
The Indy
Hookup. At the spoken word spots, it all the time was not about just poetry. We had a lot of singers coming through. Kind of like Meyers. Fall in love.
We should fall in love. Please hear what I'm saying, baby. I can't change the rules, but we can bend a few, make the game worth playing, baby. And if we fall in love, break like a kid again, having no sense of time, color outside the lines every now and then. And after we're in love, promise I'll be by your side, be with you while you're dreaming, and the company you need when you can't sleep at night. And if we fall in love, promise I won't miss a day, kiss you every hour on the hour, 24 different ways. We should fall in love, we should be in love. Why can't we be in love? I wanna be in love, yes. We should fall in love. Think of all the benefits. Know your faces when you make them, words before you say them, finish all your sentences. And if we fall in love, maybe we could have some kids. And maybe we could live in a house on the hill with the white picket fence. But if we fall in love, it may not be with perfect days. I may walk into the kitchen, complain about the dishes, fight over whose turn it is. But after we're in love, our lives will intertwine. I will call your mother mama, make salad from my garden, photo albums with me inside. We should fall in love, we should be in love. Why can't we be in love? I wanna be in love, yes. So we should fall in love, we should be in love. I wanna be in love, I wanna be in love. We should fall in love. Please hear what I'm saying, babe. I can't change the rules, deny your heart. We deserve each other, yeah.
The Indy Hookup.
This is blessed and crystal every day.
I want to give you your childhood fairy tales every day. Make dreams come true and nightmares turn false. Speak into each other's hearts until they catch fire and stars gaze us, not periodically, every day. Can we just sit next to each other? Maybe blanket ourselves in each other while we're vacationing in God's dreams and making light of dark situations. Perhaps holding each other tighter than the night sky holds the stars. Don't worry, I'm not letting go. I'm just baptizing myself in your tears, cause I need you like sinners need salvation. Allow me to pack, roll, and light your life story. See, I want to inhale your past and exhale our future. Take a bath in righteousness and dry ourselves in knowledge. Plant our mistakes into the ground, watch them grow into trees. Pick the wisdom from their branches and feed them to these children who have been raised on media rations and are still hungry. Cause I wanna love you until your heart has forgotten it was ever broken. Until your eyes forget how to cry and your cheeks no longer remember what tears feel like. Can I just sit behind you and write the secrets to our love on your back with my finger? Then maybe hold your hand and walk down beaten neighborhoods and let them fall off, so little girls who have only seen mommy and daddy fight can pick them up and have an outline of how they should be treated and what real love looks like when it's written in emotion.
Every day, yeah.
I'm not looking for the fairy tale, just a good man. Dressed in work hard shirt, honest jeans, shoes you've committed to walk in, eyes filled with what you've put behind you and what stands before you came like my favorite stanzas. Hard, but easy to love. Sit with me like blues love Billy, like notes love music, like music loves keys. We be those feel-good melodies. I'm not looking for the fairy tale, just someone to lay foundation for forever. Pour concrete come trues with me. Build families that birth communities. Revolutionaries really free to shed tears, to believe in love. That will be our legacy. No fantasy, just every day. Building a better tomorrow. You, me, every day. Written between to-do tasks. Love him, love her, every day. I will choose to love you first, like I choose you. Over war, over poverty, over heartbreak, to fill these pages with our own stories. Without white dress, little woman hiding behind veil. I'm not looking for the fairy tale, just you raw, me real, every day.
Every day. Every day. Every day. Yesterday. Tomorrow, today. Every day.
The Indy Hookup. Advertise on the Indy Hookup. You got a business, you got a service, you got a product, then you need advertising. Radio is still one of the best way to advertise to get your business, your product, your service known. We'll produce a commercial for you that you also can use on your social media. We'll even add visuals to it for your social media posts. To get your commercial done, contact us at theindyhookup@gmail.com. That's INDY hookup@gmail.com. Get your commercial done today. The Indy